Okay, I've decided to do the invasions as they come around. Now they come around every 8 weeks, which is way too long as far as I'm concerned. Since they've had the update, they've changed it from a couple of weeks to literally 8 weeks. Now, you used to get 2 groups of invasion, now you're only going to get 1. And if you work it out from the amount of groups there are, it's going to take a year probably before they cycle round, which is just crazy. And I mean, by the time you get to 4 weeks, you're kind of done with the same one. So, but I mean, that's my own personal opinion on that, and I think a lot of people think the same as well. 8 weeks is too long. 4 weeks would be plenty, more than enough. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we will do, as they come up in my directives, I'll do them, because obviously I've got to use faith if I'm doing them solo. Now, you can see here we've got Lending Hand. Now there's 2 here, which is Coming of Tolmonta and Flagship of the Oceanids. This one is just too long. I mean, this can take up to 5 hours to complete this with a group of 10 people, so I'll probably chop edit that one, because that's the final boss. And this one, this is a nightmare, because it's on a timer basically, and you've got to kill so much stuff and get it in the right order, and no, this one probably won't go up. I might do something a bit later in a group, but again, there's so many enemies, so much going on, it can be a real cluster trying to record that. So we'll see about that one, maybe in time, but I'll probably montage this one, or you know, cut edit that one down a bit and may show bits of it to the final boss. But first we'll go through all the others. So this is one here. If we click on here, we've got a whole bunch here to do. So I may have put 1 or 2 of these up before. I think I've put Cantor up before. So as we get them, we'll pop them up. So we'll start with this one. Now we're going to go God mode on it, because it'll take too long not in God mode. I can do this one on without God. There are a few I can do and there's a few I can't, so we'll see. Okay.
The town has been under siege for a while. The Templars desperately need help.
So the first thing we've got to do is get to the besieged town. That gets our, that'll give us our objectives once we're there. So normally you do this in a 3-man, this one. It's not too difficult, but it's time consuming, so. So this is doable at the prestige I've got, which is now 14, but you can do this at a lot less. It's not... So if you've got the time and you want to just progress through it slowly, you can. There's no timers or anything like that that's going to slow you down. So if you take it bit by bit, this corner you've got to watch, because there's a lot of stuff you can aggro in one go. We might end up aggroing it. Sometimes you just can't get past stuff. If you do it solo, try and bring it to the bases here, because these guards will fight them as well, so it'll help you out.
There are almost none left.
Right, let's see what our objectives are then. So, eliminate naiads and ongs, I can't even know what they call them. That's pretty straightforward. Help the Templars by bringing them supplies. Now, you'll get either supply one or you'll get rescue people. Now, if you get rescue people, you just run up to them, click on them, and then they run away and you've rescued them, basically. If you get supplies, you need to bring that to the base.
We need more supplies. There are almost none
like
left.
he says. So you go and collect one, and I'll show you. There's one over here. In fact, there's 2 over here. Oh, we've aggroed something. Like I say, if you get these things, just bring them over here, and the Templars will attack them as well. pick up a lot of bits as well here. Those pumpkin heads. It's still the Halloween event. This Halloween event's getting silly now. It's going on for weeks. So you pick one of those up, you run over here, and you hand it in to someone.
These supplies will last us till the reinforcements arrive.
So you see it's 20%, so you do it 5 times, find 5 of them, and hand them in, and that clears that one. You want to clear all the blue ones if you want to get your S ranking, whatever, at the end. Now, as far as the supply one goes, at the top you'll see there is, in white, collect the invasion plans. Now they come from the great big krakens that you'll see around. Kill 3 of those, you get the plans from each one. Be aware that if you do those first, and you haven't done your supplies, I believe that if
more
you...
supplies. There are almost none left.
Oh, she'd shut up. If I go here to hand in the supplies and I've already done those krakens, it'll end the mission. So make sure you do the supplies first in this mission. Just a little tip there. Don't kill 3 krakens before you've done the supplies, because you might find yourself ending the mission and you won't get your full rating that you want, or your S rating if that's what you're after. You don't need to do the S rating if you really don't want to. It depends what you're doing it for. If you're doing it for points for daily operations, or if you're just doing it to clear your daily sort of tasks that they give you. So anyway, I always do supplies first, and I throw in a few kills in between, because you're bound to run into stuff. So we'll grab this one. We will go...
These supplies will last us till the reinforcements arrive.
we will turn into God in a minute, into a God mode. Probably go here actually. It's about to get busy. And it's quicker to fly around in God mode and get this done pretty quick. Like I say, in normal mode we'll be here for a long time running around this place.
These supplies will last us till the reinforcements arrive.
So we've done 3 now. Now I do actually know where they are because I've done this several times. If you come up this way to sort of the middle, you might say, there's a little area down here. And there should be some supplies. Is it here? No, it's not here. Wrong place. It's the next one. It's over here. So let's kill these. Back over the top. Right, it's down here. I don't know what these do when you put them on. You activate them. Maybe they help you in certain cases. I don't know. Yeah, so the supplies are down here. Which, if you look on the map, just so you know, it's in here. Because I know when you first start this, obviously you don't know where you're going, and it can be a pain running around trying to find these supplies. I mean, there are supplies around in different places, but those are the 2 sort of areas I normally go for. Right, and down here. In fact, we don't need to go to that particular town. You can go to any of the towns, I think, hand supplies in. I mean, there's one
Do
over
not
here.
let the enemy troop reach the town's defenders.
Yeah. Just help them out here a minute. Pick this stuff up. Still one left. 2 left.
Do not let the enemy troop reach the town's defenders.
Right, once it settles down again, we'll better hand it in. There you go.
These supplies will last us.
So you can
till the
basically, there's a lot of these little town base things like this around, so you can
Do
hand them
not
in
let the
anywhere.
enemy troop reach the town's defenders.
Like I say, I always get the supplies done first. You don't have to, but I find it's the best way. I think it's down here again. Maybe not. Maybe I went too far.
Do not let the enemy troop reach the town's defenders.
Now you can use whatever class you want again, whatever you prefer. I tend to use the witch just because it gets me around quicker. Because as you can see, I can just do this.
Do not let the enemy troop reach the town's defenders.
The witch is also good for getting out those, you see those circles of water that come up, those things. They do a lot of damage if you stay in those. So, dash will get you out as well, but it's just, you know, get nice clear distance here.
These supplies will last us till
Right,
the
that's that one done.
reinforcements arrive.
So next one would be eliminate special troops or naiads.
Do not let the enemy troop
It doesn't really
reach
matter
the
now, we
town's
can just go around
defenders.
killing everything, so. Like this thing. This is what you get the plans from. You'll see we've got 1 of 3 now. But now we don't have to go back to those little town things until we're finished. So.
Do not let the enemy troop reach the town's defenders.
Take it. Make sure we picked up. You'll find your biggest problem with this mission is getting mobbed. You'll aggro so much and get yourself
Do
into
not
trouble.
let the enemy troop reach the town's defenders.
Right, so we've got the special, the plans we needed. We're not going to hand them in yet though, because I do want the score for the daily ops, so we'll finish all of them. Need to get the enemy troops, is what we need next really. Now you will have to maybe kill some extra krakens and things for these. You'll find that special enemy troops comes up and then you won't be able to see any. You'll be looking around. There's 3 lots you've got to do and they won't be there. Just kill some more krakens or bigger bosses and they'll show up on your menu, on your map. Right. Just look around. So you can see there's no special enemy troops again, so we'd have to go and kill some krakens or big bosses. There's a big clump of them down here actually that we can get into a fight with. Down here. This is another boss further down here, which is a mission as well, which I don't think we have today, no. But this pops up. There's a tough one in the middle somewhere. Right there. What we can do here is that there's a lot of enemies around. Big sword. bombs, and the job's done. Let's finish that one off. Now, there should be an enemy troop. There we go, special enemy troops. So like I say, if you can't see the special enemy troops, just go and kill a bunch of bosses or smaller bosses, enemies, and it will turn up. And we went the wrong way. Where's this? Oh, they're down here. I know the last one's in that place where we got the supplies. So we'll just kill these. Right, has the other one shown up? Nope. So we're just going to clear some more enemies out. Once you get down to a certain level. Clear these as we go. Yeah, you see these people here, these random people standing around. These are the ones you rescue when your mission's not the supply one, because it varies which mission you get. We can't interact with them now,
Do
obviously.
not let the enemy troop reach the town's defenders.
We could if we were doing that mission. Right, we'll just get rid of this one. Obviously this mission's a lot more challenging if you go as a group of 3 and you don't use God. Entirely up to you how you want to play it. I prefer to play it like that, but like I say, it takes a lot longer and it can make the video too long, so we'll be doing, like I say, all these invasion ones using the God. I might do the odd one with groups, but trouble with groups, it can get very confusing when there's a lot going on the screen, very hard to watch. Right, we're going to have to kill some more bosses. I need to find some, so... I think we really need to find the Krakens. Don't think there's any that way. Could be wrong, they do seem to vary a bit. So we killed... this is where we killed that Naiad, the strong one. There might be one right down in the corner, or along the bottom edge. Thing is, you go around killing stuff. If you're in God mode, you just as well, you pick up these bits of map fragments and knowledge bits, and they're all useful. So. Okay, these special enemy troops have turned up now. We've obviously killed enough, so we will go back up this way. We can't go that way, we'll just go around. Okay. As well. Get out of that circle. Right, the troops will be down in that little covey area again down here. We got ultimate? We have. We'll just well use it then. The bosses will vary as well, they're not always the same. Those snakes that get around you from the Kraken, you see there, just do that dash and you'll shake them. Don't leave them on too long, they'll do some bad damage to you, especially if you're not in god mode. So we're okay because we're in this mode. Right, so that's all the blue ones done, so all we've got to do now is go back to one of the bases. I got this bird as well. I got it from an event actually. First time I've ever got that high up in the event. I did actually buy a few Argents. I've never actually put any money to the game, so I thought that maybe it was time I gave some money to the devs. It's only fair, they've made a nice game, so...
We need more supplies. There are almost none left.
And
that will help us greatly.
do that.
Thank you for your work.
There you go. Mission complete.